Hello and welcome back. We are the Single Malt Review. It is the 20th of December and it's Dave's turn to don the sock and get on in there to uncover today's mystery beer. What could it be? We've had some real interesting ones the last few. I think, no, it's too early for another dark. I shouldn't get my hopes up.
It is a bottle. It's inverted.
Oh no, another upside down bottle.
Yeah.
How does this happen? Oh well, this one's already been agitated. We'll hope it doesn't do us too much of a fizz.
Make sure I can't see any motif maybe on this bottle cap.
Get rid of it. Oh, that sounds... Oh, no, it seems alright. We're under control.
Whoa! We have an interestingly multi-hued foam here.
That's yeast sediment. This one has been bottle conditioned.
Goodness. Wow.
Ooh.
It started off looking like pale ale and it very quickly turned red.
Yeah, that maybe have been a bit unlucky that the first bottle conditioned one we get was bloody upside down, so all of that yeast sediment would have been sitting on the lid.
There are 3 shades of brown in the foam this is left on my thumb, which is not a medical image I want. It just smells distinctly lambic.
Can you let me style on this one? I'm going to style right here.
Oh, yeah.
Flanders Red Ale, Rottenbach Grand Cru.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to think this may be from a local brewer who has done a very Belgian style, extremely acidic, very acidic.
Possible. It's possible, but that Rottenbach is such a force of nature. I don't even know if it's replicable.
Right.
No doubt about it, man.
Oh. Yep, okay, that's a very sharp, very tangy, very acetobacter, almost a balsamic vinaigrette of a beer.
Yeah. So before we make this a real short episode, I should at least talk about what I think it is. Rottenbach Grand Cru is a Belgian beer, but it is distinctly in the Flemish style. It is a Flanders Red, so it's completely separate from all your doubles, your triples, your quadruples, your beers with candy sugar chucked in and all kinds of nonsense that they get up to over there. It is a out-and-out sour. It's not spontaneously fermented. It's fermented conventionally, but then it is put into wood. Then they let the goodies in. They let the bacteria get to it.
Oh, yeah, Rottenbach goes one step further. Their beer ferments in these open-topped foederers.
Yeah,
imagine a giant wooden barrel made of, I think, wine cask staves, which is open on the top. There is not a top to this barrel. It's like 20 feet across and it's just open air.
Imagine a barrel that could also be someone's house. That's kind of what a European style fooder is. They're big business, and that is, as Dave says, that's where they do their ferment, which ensures a good inoculation of bugs from the general atmosphere, so that in this case it's classic acetobacter in there to get that. It's this salt and vinegar chips is what you get. You get this massive acid kick off it.
Yeah, if you scroll back through our YouTube back catalogue, you'll find we looked at Rottenbach Grand Cru out of a big magnum, not magnum, but a larger bottle, a wine bottle size offering of previous festive season.
Was it last Christmas?
I believe it was Christmas 2020. Yeah, I could be wrong. But
there you go. Anyway, all right, we'll keep you in suspense no longer.
I'm going to, just for a sec of being contrarian, I'm going to guess this is a New Zealand brewer's twist on this very particular Belgian style.
There is one, Ollie does it, that's Wilderness, so that would be very local if it was, and I'd be very embarrassed, but I don't think that beer's been bottled yet.
I'm still going to count on the fact that we have all New Zealand brewers. So far.
What a lot of sediment in there.
Oh,
you're right.
Yes.
He's got it.
Hallertau.
Funkinay.
Yeah. Hallertau do some of the most extraordinary, funky and acidic and soured New Zealand beers. Amazing things of barrels. We've not had one in this calendar so far. Yeah, I've had...
So,
if I was going to pick...
18. That's a long time ago. Barrel-aged sour ale, 6.7%.
Oh, that's a sturdy...
And it doesn't actually mention Flanders Red anywhere, although that's clearly what they're going for.
We're really into this special end of this calendar now. We're getting some extraordinary brews.
Man, they are militantly New Zealand as well. I thought that wouldn't want to be.
But in their styles, they cling heavily to some very eccentric and some very old world.
And it also says too, cellar for up to 10 years, and I think that's probably underestimating. You could go easily way longer with a beer like that, which has already had barrel condition.
Yes. So, Funkinay 2018 barrel-aged sour ale, 1.7 standard drinks because it is a hearty 6.7% ABV. Hallertau are based in Auckland, so one of New Zealand's biggest cities, in fact the biggest city, which is also quite a very warm, consistently temperate climate. So anything that's barrel aged ages fast.
You've got me all off balance now, but I'm pretty sure Hallertau is in Hallertau and Nelson.
Oh, no, Riverhead, Auckland, New Zealand.
Oh, who am I thinking of? Hopfed. I'm thinking of Hopfed. I don't know why I always get
yeah.
those construed, but no, quite right. Hallertau.
So Funkenay, I'm going to guess it means it uses ex-Chardonnay barrels or some such.
Definitively, yeah.
Yeah. But that is a stonky great. It's got a little more, there's more flavour, more, I guess, a touch of sweetness compared to Rodenbach, which is produced in, I think, greater quantities.
The ABV is the same. The main difference here will be wood contact, because Chardonnay barrels microscopic compared to the foeders of Rodenbach, so they will be subject to a much more, I guess, custom selection. So even pouring the right side of the bottle is immediately clearer than it was. And then you'll get more rapid wood aging, although I'm not getting much wood from here. Possibly just the sourness is so in charge that it's very difficult to
acid
really see.
is dominating everything. Those acetic acid bacteria have just done their job mightily.
But yeah, it's a good one. That we should be very clear on. It's difficult to say whether it's hard or easy to make Flanders Reds, because they're so much a product of nature. And that's the direction that sort of beer always goes. Once the Acetobacter gets in, this is what you're going to get, want it or not, which is why it's such a problem if you don't want it. It's why it's always such a chilling exercise to do a barrel-aged beer that still has anything the Acetobacter can get into. They have to be so careful to keep that barrel absolutely sterile before it goes in. If you want, say, bourbon barrel porter or something like that, that you still want to come out clean, because if it comes out like this, you have goofed at that point, and you've goofed mightily. You might have a tremendous beer, but it's not going to be what's on the label.
Based on my very limited chats with brewers here and there, what I understand is with this kind of barrel beer, is you make a number of barrels and you do the best you can with all of them.
Yeah.
And then you hope.
Yeah.
You accept the fact that some of these may be horribly tainted and will turn into basically poison, and they are a write-off. But you get one like this, it makes it through the process, you get all the right cultures flourish, and you get a masterpiece.
Yeah, and they keep too. So this one's 2018.
Yeah.
So this is what, almost 4 years now.
Is that since it was bottled?
Into its tenure. Well, that's probably when it was fermented.
Oh, okay.
So, or it could be.
How old?
Who can say? So maybe 4 years, we'll say, into its stated lifespan. But these are so full of preservatives. They're basically a jar of dill pickles. Nothing's going to happen to it. So
Nature's preservatives are a good kind.
Yeah, these beers will live forever, I think. There's just nothing that can... Like, the thing that's going to go wrong to beer, it's already happened. That's the thing. It's already gone peculiar. So, unless it's exposed to the air and starts losing volume, losing alcohol, losing, oxidizing, that beer is just locked. It will remain a time capsule for a very, very, very long time and undergo development, but it will never spoil.
But curiously, the Angel's share, the bane of whiskey materials, doesn't seem to be an issue as such for barrel-aged beers. You don't bleed off a couple of percent ABV per year through the wood.
And I mean, even if you do, it's only in there for a year, so you don't lose massively on what you otherwise would. And the alcohol is much slower, so the whole osmotic mojo isn't quite there to keep it leaking. But yeah, no, this definitely proves to me we're now in the sharp end. We're in the deep end of the beer pool here. We're getting the special stuff, which I am very chuffed to see. So, through maintaining New Zealand purity, even in the most extreme circumstances. So, never mind.
Like, it's different enough from at Rodenbach, but I didn't think it was necessarily the original Belgian article.
Oh, man.
In fact, it is our local twist.
Yeah. No,
excellent
such a
twist it
from
is.
Hallertau. God, I haven't looked, let alone tasted a Hallertau bottle in what seems like a decade. They've really gone to sleep over there, but I'm sure they're still making excellent stuff.
Still there, they're still abundant. Yeah.
Anyway, right. Well, we'll be abundant tomorrow with the last run of beers, the final stretch. So join us then. We will see what we get. Cheers.